Kalia, hi, good to see you at this meeting. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Justice Walters. I'm also excited. I heard you're a Michigan alum.
Hi, let's get started. Hi, everybody. Great to see you, Kalia and Chief Justice Walters. I appreciate you being here today.
Maya, I believe you have some kind of filter on?
Oh, shoot. Oh, it is. And I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here.
Do you know how to check your video settings?
Well, Justice Walters, I'm not quite sure. I'm prepared to go forward there. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I am sure you are not. I bet I have a way to fix this on my end.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
Okay, try repeating after me. I'm not a cat, meow.
I'm not a cat. Wait a minute. Did you just say meow?
It must be the connection. Now try saying, do you think I walk all nimbly-pimbly from tree to tree?
Do you think I walk all nimbly-pimbly from tree to... Hey, wait a minute.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Well, you certainly got meow. Okay, now I can't stop. Okay, I think I can actually fix this now. Okay, I think I've actually fixed it. Oh, don't know if this is much better.
Well, meow. You know what this means? Live from Portland, it's the Roberts and Diaz Award.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, I am not a cat, and I am in fact here live. I hope you all enjoyed our little cold open video. It certainly was a lot of fun to film. I'm Maya Crawford Peacock, president of OWLS. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we celebrate two incredible individuals, Gina Johnny and Doug Park, the recipients of the 2020 Oregon Women Lawyers Roberts and Diaz Award. While this format is certainly different from how we originally planned to celebrate Gina and Doug, we are so delighted to finally be able to honor these two exceptional attorneys. But before we get to the celebration part of our program, we first want to have a moment of silence for the 8 women, 6 of whom were Asian, whose lives were taken away this week by a white supremacist in an act of domestic terrorism in Atlanta. Thank you for that moment of silence. We know it is not enough. The mission of OWLS is to transform the practice of law and ensure justice and equality by advancing women and minorities in the legal profession. To that end, OWLS is committed to ending systemic racism against those outside the dominant culture. If you have not already done so, we encourage you to review OWLS' statement on the tragic events in Atlanta, as well as those of our fellow affinity bar organizations, the Oregon Asian Pacific American Bar Association and the Oregon Filipino American Lawyers Association. Links to OWLS, OAPABA, and OFALA's statements are available in the chat box. I would like to thank our 2020 and 2021 sponsors. Their names were displayed in our pre-show and are listed here once again on the screen, including Paulson Coletti Trial Attorneys, our title sponsor tonight. Without you sponsors, this event would not be possible, so thank you. We have a very special announcement about future programming on behalf of Queen's Bench and OWLS, which we will be presenting at the end of our program. I promise you this is big and that you are not going to want to miss it. So settle in, make sure your smart TV, laptop, or whatever device you're watching from tonight is fully charged, and let's get started. Tonight's theme is Then and Now. This past year, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced many of us to pivot, changing everything from the physical spaces in which we work to how we work, communicate, and connect with one another. And tonight, OWLS is pivoting as well. We are taking our usual in-person dinner celebration and bringing it to you virtually. While we may not be able to gather together in person, we can be with each other in spirit. In lieu of applause, please use that chat function to express your appreciation for tonight's speakers and award recipients. We hope some of you may have even felt inspired to get dressed up to celebrate with us, deciding to change out of those pajamas and slippers, or as I like to call them these days, my everyday work clothes. If you're feeling inspired to share how you are celebrating tonight's festivities, please post your photos to your social media accounts and tag OWLS at Oregon_women_lawyers, or feel free to email your photo to robertsdiaz@gmail.com, and we will be sure to post it on OWLS Facebook and Instagram pages. Either way, be sure to use hashtag OWLSRobertsDiaz2021. We look forward to seeing all of your submissions. To help everyone get excited to engage, our friends in the chat will be posting some special chat-only trivia questions. Be the first person to answer them correctly, and you may just earn yourself a special prize. Good luck, everyone. Helping us kick off tonight's festivities and theme of Then and Now, please join me in welcoming OWL's very special guest, U.S. Congresswoman Suzanne Bonamici.
Oregon Women Lawyers, I'm so glad to be with you, albeit virtually, for one of my favorite events of the year, celebrating the many contributions of Oregon women lawyers, past and present. These are incredibly challenging times. The pandemic has highlighted long-standing disparities for historically underserved communities, Black, Indigenous, communities of color, and too many families are struggling. I spent some years working at Legal Aid, and although it's been a long while, I still carry those stories with me. Stories of people just trying to get by and take care of themselves and their families. When I became a mom, I better understood the challenges of the balancing act. And I've experienced the sandwich generation, taking care of children and aging parents, all of which is, of course, so much harder in a pandemic. So now I'm a Congress mom, really focused on policies that help working families, especially moms. Policies like affordable, accessible childcare, survival payments to help people get through this pandemic, and getting resources to our schools so they can open safely. Tonight's theme, Then and Now, a lot has changed in the last year, and we've learned a lot. Even more important now is this group's commitment to combating discrimination, racism, sexism. Now we know how to work virtually with the added bonus of babies and pets on Zoom calls. And now I know we've learned that there must be a greater recognition of the needs of women in the workplace and more support for the important role of caregiving. Then we didn't imagine a devastating pandemic. Now we know the road to recovery is long, and we must focus on equity as we build back better. So thank you, Oregon Women Lawyers. Congratulations to Gina Johnny and Doug Park. Everybody stay safe and keep up the great work.
Thank you, Congresswoman, for those inspirational words. Now, I'd like to introduce you to this year's president of OWL's sister organization, the Oregon Women Lawyers Foundation, Ms. Christy Gibson.
Good evening. I'm Christy Gibson, president of the Oregon Women Lawyers Foundation. On behalf of the foundation, I'm delighted to be here tonight to celebrate OWL's award recipients and to convey appreciation to our legal community for supporting the Oregon Women Lawyers Foundation. The foundation serves to advance and enhance equity, inclusion, and belonging in the Oregon legal profession and to promote access to justice for underserved people. This September, as we celebrate the foundation's 25th anniversary, the foundation will have provided more than $346,000 in funding through 186 mission-focused grants. The foundation's work is inspired by so many past and present leaders and visionaries in the Oregon legal community who have demonstrated a commitment to access to justice and to creating access to the legal profession. Vernelia R. Rendell and the late Armonica Guilford are among these visionary leaders. Both are honorary namesakes of 2 foundation grants for law students. There are so many moving grant recipient stories, it's hard to choose just one to share. This story is inspiring because of its generational impact. After a personal tragedy in her 3rd year of law school, a grant recipient feared she would not be able to graduate. Funding from the foundation gave her the financial support she needed to finish law school and study for the bar. Taking and passing the Oregon bar set her on a path to fulfill her dreams. She's been practicing in Oregon for several years now, and her daughter will start law school this fall. I'm heartened that the Foundation's grantees have the opportunity to connect with so many members of our Oregon legal community, including many who are participating in tonight's celebration. Your support will enable the Foundation to continue its work in furtherance of its mission. By working together, we can and will continue to make a difference.
Now, please help me welcome Christy to our stage, live and in the flesh. Christy is the 2020-21 OWLS Foundation President, and for her day job, Christy is the supervising attorney and instructor at the Business Law Clinic at the U of O School of Law.
Thank you, Maya, for the warm introduction and for providing space for us to pause and reflect on the lives of 8 individuals, 6 of whom were Asian American women who were murdered in Atlanta. The Oregon Women Lawyers Foundation stands with OWLS and in solidarity with our affinity bar organizations and members of the Asian, Asian American, and Pacific Islander communities. I'm glad to be here with you tonight to honor OWLS Award recipients, to recognize Oregon Women Lawyers Foundation grant recipients, and to celebrate our legal community. But first, we've got some funds to raise for the foundation. Virtual giving feels just as good as in-person giving, but it looks a bit different. If at any time you have trouble getting registered or giving gifts at our upcoming paddle race, please call our help number listed on your screen, 971-275-5690. You can also join the social movement and help us promote OWLS, the foundation, and this event. Post any and all events experience photos to your social media pages. Be sure to use Facebook. OWLS is at Oregon Women Lawyers. OWLS Foundation is at OWLS Foundation. For Instagram, OWLS Oregon_women_lawyers. And remember to use our event hashtag OWLS Roberts Diaz 2021. And if you haven't already, please like or follow us too, and show your support of OWLS and the foundation virtually. I'm excited to share that we will be offering up our first ever virtual paddle race just ahead, so limber up those giving fingers. Please help me welcome to the stage our longtime fundraising ambassador with Markham Auction Agency, Misty Markham.
Thank you, Christy. And good evening, everyone. I'm honored to return this year on behalf of the OWLS Foundation. Thank you for having me back. How are you doing tonight? Are you having a great time so far from the comfort of your sofa? No uncomfortable shoes or garments to don? See, there are some perks to virtual events. Get comfortable because we have a meaningful story coming up right now to prime you for generous support of the foundation. So if you've not already given virtually, it's pretty straightforward. You have 2 options. If you've registered with our bidding site via the link provided in the email sent by OWLS earlier, simply select the special appeal button to arrive at the bidding page. From there, click the cash donation button next to the amount you wish to give. Simple. If you prefer to skip all that and give directly via the foundation's website, head to owlsfoundation.org/ and then click the yellow donate button to give. Again, if you have any trouble, call the helpline 971-275-5690. The only rule is simple. Give generously in support of the foundation's work, promoting women, minorities, the underserved, and underrepresented individuals in the legal field. It's because of generous donors like you with us tonight that the foundation can continue to grow and support equity and inclusion in the legal profession. So let's get started. Demonstrating your support of OWLS and the OWLS Foundation and engaging with fellow viewers is definitely different than when we're in person. Please show your gratitude by joining our social chat. Simply click into the chat box to the right of this window and drop your comments, encouragement, and gratitude there. It's a ton of fun, and in the virtual world, chatting equates to applause when we're together. So please chat it up. And for those of you winning at chat trivia, congratulations. At this time, please meet Raven and learn more about how she, with the Foundation's help, will change the world.
Hi, my name is Raven Goss and I attend the University of Oregon School of Law. I'm from Dallas, Texas. My parents found it very important to be community-centered. I was involved in Girl Scouts of America and Jack and Jill of America. which is an organization of families that build Black-centered community skills. We went and we did community service projects, we had socials, we did meet and greets with professionals. I think the most important thing I gathered from being involved early on was that your community is your rock. When you had issues, you realized you weren't the only one. My 4th grade teacher was the first person to tell me I was going to be a lawyer. When I was young, I had quite the mouth on me, and while I can't remember the exact instance of what I said, she looked me straight in my face and told this little 4th grader, "You are going to be an attorney one day." So in my 2nd year at the U of O, I was still a member of BALSA, as Black Law Students for short, and the biggest thing we wanted to do was increase community presence. So we bolstered Black History Month for the U of O. We went from having 0 events to I think we had 6, and we really made our mark. The biggest thing I think I did for BALSA outside of events and programming was creating a space for the Black law students. And I would like to think that by establishing that safe space, establishing that community, future Black law students won't have to go through the stress and the worries about where do I fit in, where can I go for help. You build your own community and you rely on that. Reach back, reach down narrative is important. I'm very excited about practicing law. I think practicing law will mean more to my family than just me. And I hope that I can get to that point where my family can say, you know, my sister, my daughter, my grandchild is a lawyer. The OWLS Foundation or Monica grant provided me with security. It provided me with confidence and a wonderful mentor. And I think that having the opportunity to meet a new female judge was really something special. The financial assistance made an incredible difference for me. I was able to pay off those hovering bills, save a little bit for my bar exam expenses. It took the pressure off of working more and I could focus on my academics. I hope to inspire other law students behind me that you can do this. You don't have to fit a stereotypical view or someone else's view for that matter of what a great lawyer looks like. And really I hope to inspire people to be their best selves.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Raven. Let's invest in the foundation so more amazing young lawyers like her can get out there and make a difference. It's your turn now, friends, to stand with us and demonstrate your support of the OWLS Foundation in continuing to promote women, minorities, the underserved, and the underrepresented in the legal field. Make a 100% tax-deductible gift in any increment you feel compelled to give. Our first level of support for the OWLS Foundation is $5,000. Do we have any benefactors with us today with a $5,000 gift? And if I look over here, don't be alarmed, I am looking at our giving screen. We have Trudy Allen joining us with, she's a little bit of an overachiever, a $6,000 gift. So thank you so much, Trudy. For those of you at home, chatting, blow it up because chat equates to applause. So definitely give Trudy a little bit of love. Thank you so much, Trudy. Will anyone else join us tonight with a $5,000 gift? And tell us, what could a gift of $5,000 do for the foundation?
There are so many great things that a gift of $5,000 can do. For example, it could support half of an MBA bar fellow stipend for a student for the summer. So those are $10,000 stipends, and that would be halfway there.
Wow.
It could also support a Vernelia R. Randall bar exam grant. So we give those twice per year. And so supporting a student in their bar studies and providing funds for paying rent and for food and for bar studies so they can be successful in the bar exam.
That's awesome. I love it. There's so much that a $5,000 gift can do, and in fact, there's so much that any sized gift can do. So folks, these worthy investments are up to you. Help us fund them, and thank you once again to Trudy Allen for her generous gift of $6,000 for the OWLS Foundation. Thank you so much. Awesome. Folks, your generosity tonight makes a huge impact in the legal field, so keep it coming. Please give tonight's donor, Trudy, a giant round of applause, which means a lot of love and gratitude in the chat. And for us in studio, let's give her a little bit of love. That's right. Yes, we like that. Encourage your friends and fellow donors to join us in the giving at our next level of $2,500. Who will join us as OWLS Foundation heroes tonight with a $2,500 gift? And I'd like to say thank you to John and Lindsay Hughes. Thank you so much for your $2,500 gift. Will anyone join them with a $2,500 gift of their own? In the meantime, while we're waiting to cover the latency, it takes a little bit of time for us to receive your gifts. Christy's going to tell us a little more about what $2,500 could do for the foundation.
Great, thank you, Misty. $2,500 could do so many great things, like fund 1/2 of a Vernelia R. Randall Bar Exam grant that supports amazing people like Hope Skelton from Willamette University College of Law, who was our 2020 Vernelia R. Randall Bar Exam grant recipient. Hope's commitment to public service and her tenacity as a single parent and a first-generation college student is impressive. Or support goes to people like Heather Murray from Lewis and Clark Law School. She was a 2013 Vernelia R. Randall Bar Exam grantee. Heather now practices law at Maloney, Lauersdorf, Reiner, and is inspiring a second generation of lawyers. Providing funding for an Armonica Law Student Grant, which provides a $2,000 grant stipend for law school expenses for students. The foundation also pairs law student grant recipients with judges and justices as a student's mentor for the year.
That's incredible. You guys use this money so well.
Yes,
I love it.
definitely.
Thank you so much to our $2,500 donors. We really appreciate the support. For those of you at home, please give them a lot of love in the chat and encourage generosity at our next level of giving, which is $1,000. And listen very carefully, because every $1,000 gift given right now will be entered into an incentive drawing. And one lucky donor will be drawn at random and will receive our gift of a 1-week stay in a beautiful beach home at Lincoln City's Devil's Lake. This home features a dock. It's boat and dog friendly. It's equipped with a hot tub, kayaks, and all the accessories to make your week stay amazing. So who will step up and join us right now with a $1,000 gift for the OWLS Foundation and be considered for our incentive drawing? And folks, I'd like to say a huge rousing thank you to Julia Markley, who's overachieving with a $1,500 gift. Thank you, Julia. Also joining her at the $1,500 level is Christine Meadows. So thank you, Christine. And joining with $1,000 gifts are Janice Wilson and Ed Harnden. Thank you so much for your longtime support, both of you. Who else will join these generous souls with a gift of $1,000? And while we wait for those to come in, tell us what $1,000 can do for the foundation.
Well, a $1,000 gift can be very impactful by helping to fund an Armonica Law Student Grant. Each year, we fund up to 6 Armonica grants. And this year's awardees are Amanda Pham Haynes and Roxana Minesh from Lewis and Clark Law School, Cecilia Lay and Sarah Osborne from the University of Oregon School of Law, and Kirsten Parsons and Cindy Strahl from Willamette University College of Law. In addition to the Armonica grants, these funds could provide support for a Justice Betty Roberts Leadership Conference grant or provide funding toward a Janice Hardman Medical Support grant.
That's so incredible. I'd like to say thank you to donors joining us right now. We've got Kimberly Quash joining with $1,000. Thank you. Adele, thank you, Adele, for your $1,000 gift. And I hope is it Marcy Lynn? Marcelyn Burke, thank you for your $1,000 gift, as well as Teresa Kramer, also joining us right now with $1,000 live. This is awesome. It's exactly how it's done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Anyone else? Thank you, Bonnie Richardson, joining with $1,000 right now. Excellent work, everybody. If you're at home, give them a huge round of applause or a bunch of love in the chat. And in the meantime, I'm going to waste just a few more seconds to see if we can get anyone else in to be considered for our fantastic incentive drawing. And in the meantime, it looks like we've got everyone in. Yeah? All right, let's get a drum roll, please, and find out who will be staying for the week at the Devil's Lake home. And I'd like to say congratulations to our incentive drawing donor winner, Adele. You are our wonderful winner tonight. Thank you so much. Congratulations, and enjoy your trip. Please give our friends a huge round of virtual applause, everybody. Blow up the chat with praise and thanks. Great work. While you're in the chat, encourage your friends at our next level of giving, which is $500. Step up with a $500 gift right now and be the change you wish to see in this little corner of our world. So who's in with 500? Let's say thank you to Kristen Sterling. Thank you, Kristen, for your $500 gift. Kimberly Quash giving again a second gift tonight of $500. Thank you so very much. That's incredible. We've also got Judy Henry and Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum giving a $500 gift. Thank you so much. And look at this, a custom amount. Holly Martinez is joining us right now with a $480 gift. That's awesome. Do we have anyone else who will join us with a $500 gift? And in the meantime, what could $500 do for the foundation?
Well, $500 can provide support for any of the foundation's grants. All of the gifts will help the foundation provide support to our legal community, our law students, and practitioners alike.
Worthy investments, everybody. So please, if you're on the fence about giving, now is the time. Look at that. Judge Stephen R. Powers joining us with a $500 gift. Thank you so much. Incredible work. Anyone else tonight, I'd love to say thank you. And just know, we do have a little bit of a delay, so if your name comes in after, I will recognize you when we come back. For the people who have already given, let's give them a huge round of virtual applause. Blow up the chat. Give them lots of love. And encourage generous giving at our next level of $250. And again, to inspire even more generosity at $250, every $250 gift given right now will be entered into yet another incredible incentive drawing. One lucky donor will be selected at random to receive our gift of a mixed half case of curated Willamette Valley Vineyards wines. So very, very amazing incentive. Let's see some gifts. And we'd like to say thank you to Leslie Johnson joining with a $300 gift. Thank you so much. Sarah Kobach, incredible. Thank you, Sarah Gavin, Pilar French. The Honorable Lynn Nakamoto joining us with a $250 gift. Thank you so much to Kathy Root, Phyllis Miles, Tammy Caress, Cameron Graham, the one and only. Thank you, Charnel Misro. Tracy Ray, hi Tracy, hi Deanna, also joining us with a $250 gift. Look at this. Adrian Nelson, thank you so much for a $250 gift. Also joining right now, Allison Boomer, Lauren Blazing, Jessica Osborne, Stacy Beckerman, Jolly Patterson, Phyllis Miles, all joining right now with $250 gifts. Incredible work. Who else will join us right now with a $250 gift and be considered for our incentive drawing? In the meantime, while we're waiting, tell us what $250 could do for the foundation.
Oh my goodness. Well, $250 can support part of an MBA fellowship program grant, support for any of our foundation grants, the Vernelia R. Randall Bar Exam Grant, the Monica Law Student Grant, the Janice Hardman Medical Support Grant, the Justice Betty Roberts Leadership Conference Grant, or a grant to OWLS.
That's awesome. And I'd like to give special thanks to donors joining us right now with $250 gifts. Honorable Kamala Sugar, thank you so much for your $250. Sarah Trout, Elizabeth Colgrove, Catherine Smith Root, and Elisa Dozono also joining us right now with $250. That is incredible. Let's see these gifts rolling in, folks. Okay, we're gonna do a little refresh here. And look at this, Marceline Burke joining us with her second gift of the night of $250. Thank you so much. This is wonderful and is exactly how we get it done. All right, I'm scanning to see if there's any new names, and it looks like we have read the ones that we have currently off. So we're getting very close to winding this level down, everybody. So get your last remaining $250 gifts in right now if you'd like to be considered for our incentive drawing. And our half case of mixed wine will be given to our lucky donor. Let's have a little drum roll, please, and let's find out who our lucky incentive drawing donor is. Are you ready? This evening's lucky donor is Sarah Trout. Congratulations, Sarah. Awesome. You can have us over for dinner. It'll be just about enough wine for the three of us. Thank you so much to all of our donors at the $250 level. Incredible work. Way to show up for the OWLS Foundation tonight.
Oh, it looks like we have a $5,000.
Oh, we do. Look at this. Sarah Crooks just donated $5,000. Thank you so much, Sarah. That's awesome. We love that. We will put that to good use, I promise. Folks, please say thank you in the chat to everyone who's already given. And for those of you who haven't, our final level of giving tonight is $100. And for those of you who already have, I don't want to stop you from giving again. You can give as many times as you like and as much as you wish. So who will step up right now with a $100 gift? We highly encourage multiple gifts, by the way. I'd like to say thank you to Brittany Buxton, joining us with 2 gifts at $100. Thank you. Nora Kuhn with $150. Christy giving $150. Thank you. That's awesome. Julie Presido, please tell me.
Oh, Preciado?
Preciado. $150, live television, folks. Diane Reinerson also joining us with $150. Sulema Garcia, I hope I said your name right. Thank you for your $100 gift. Melanie Keebler, Kat Kogan, and Emily Warner all joining us with $100 gifts. Look at this. Judith Johnny, Holly Pettit, Rebecca Guptill, Jeanette Townsend, Kristen Connor, hi Kristen, all joining us with $100 gifts. Ms. Dana Sullivan, Amy Heverly, Honorable Morgan Renlong, thank you so much. Peter Sinclair Wilcox Jones, thank you so much. I love this. Aruna, thank you for your $100 gift. Heather Decker also joining us, as well as Mary Cap. All $100 gifts, everybody. I love it. Also joining, Tiffany Hamilton with $200. Maya Crawford Peacock with $200. She's right off stage, folks, and she's very generous. We thank you very much for that. All right, who else will join them while we wait for your names to come in? Christy, tell us a little bit about what $100 could help you as the foundation accomplish.
Absolutely. So this gift could support all of the foundation's grants: the Vernelia R. Randall Bar Exam Grant, the Armonica Law Student Grant, the Janice Hardman Medical Support Grant, the Justice Betty Roberts Leadership Conference Grant, and the OWLS Foundation grant to our sister, OWLS Foundation's grant to our sister organization, OWLS. These grants further the Foundation's mission to advance and enhance equity, inclusion, and belonging in the Oregon legal profession, and to promote access to justice for underserved people.
Absolutely, and all very worthy of our investment. So let's say thank you to Jennifer Brown, who's joining us right now, and I hope it's Helly Road. Angela Otto, hi Ange. Janelle Whipper, Allison Milne, Stephanie Grant, Yvonne Gutierrez, hi. Joining us with $100. Thank you, Dana Foreman, also giving $100 right now. Judith, Johnny, with your $100 gift, we thank you very much. Anyone else tonight? Look at that. Thank you, Christine Reynolds. They're coming in live, folks, faster than I can keep track of, so bear with us. If I say your name more than once, we love you that much more. We really appreciate all of the generosity that we've seen. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm scanning. I think we've read them all. Folks, this is incredible. Thank you for all of your generosity. Great work. Let's give a huge round of applause to all of tonight's donors. Your generosity allows the foundation to continue to do its great, great work. So if you're not applauding, I hope you're cheersing at home, perhaps blowing up the chat with a lot of gratitude. Give yourselves a huge round, because your continued support of the OWLS Foundation enables them to get all of these amazing things done. If you prefer to give a custom amount, whether it's $5, $5 million, or anything in between, just select the custom button and enter in the dollar amount of your choice, because every dollar counts. And folks, thank you so much for your fantastic giving and undeniable generosity for the OWLS Foundation. I really appreciate it. Please know that this event is being recorded in case you'd like to review it. Maybe you joined us late, or you may know other supporters who would love to watch and support the cause. Please share the URL with your friends, family, and OWLS Foundation supporters, so they too can watch the show if they missed it live and keep on giving. Again, I'm Misty Markham with Markham Auction Agency. Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to seeing you next year in good health. And I'm going to just move right over and invite Maya back.
Thank you, Misty and Christy,
so
much. That was awesome. And thank you, everyone, for the support of our foundation. And now is the time we get to learn a little bit more about our 2 amazing award recipients. Our first award recipient, Gina Johnny, is a pillar of the Salem legal community, whether it's donating her time to serve as a mentor to young lawyers, helping to start court care in Marion County, being an active Campaign for Equal Justice volunteer. Gina has shown all of us what a life of being in service of one's community really looks like. Please join me as we hear from several of Gina's fellow colleagues as they explain some of the many reasons why she is so deserving of the OWLS Roberts Deiz Award.
Gina is receiving probably one of the most prestigious awards that any member of the bar could receive, named after two historical figures.
All through her legal career, she has just been an example for other lawyers to follow.
Not only is she a pillar of our legal community, but she really goes out of her way to get to know people. Women, men, people of color, those with disabilities, those in the LGBTQ community, and she looks at people as individuals.
Gina Johnny epitomizes what Sandra Day O'Connor had in mind as a wonderful lawyer. That you have a responsibility to the bar, to maintaining the professional standards of the bar, to helping with the institutions of the bar, but you also have a responsibility to your community.
Court Care is a program that provides free licensed child care, both in Marion and Polk County here in Oregon. One of the strongest things that she did for Court Care was introducing us and the steering committee to all the right people so that we could get the connections that we needed to really make court care solid here in Marion County.
And on some cases, we'll even take on pro bono work when these families need it outside of Habitat's program.
And I also know that with the Boys and Girls Club, the court care, that's all about providing access to our community and to our legal system for people who have been traditionally struggle with access or have not been as well represented as they should be.
And so Gina was also a role model in terms of kind of balancing that work-life balance, and was very progressive in kind of allowing attorneys to have flexible work schedules, even to the extent of having the possibility of bringing an infant to work with you.
One word to describe Gina, and it's hard to do so. I notice Judge DeMunis didn't make it in one word. The one word that I would suggest for Gina Johnny is reliable.
Passionate.
Connector.
Am I allowed to say badass? Then badass.
I would say helpful, inclusive, and warm-hearted.
Service.
And I consider Gina Johnny one of the top lawyers in our field.
I'm glad that she's on our side, and I'm glad that I've gotten to know her and worked with her over these last 10 years. She's pretty amazing if you haven't met her.
If you want to get things done right, call Gina Johnny.
My life is the richer for knowing Gina Johnny, and I think for sure I can say the Salem legal community and Salem in general is the better for having her here. So congratulations, Gina.
Thank you so much for this recognition that honors Justice Betty Roberts and Judge Mercedes Diaz. In considering what I wanted to share tonight, I struggled because I have achieved no giant goal that benefited my community. Really, that serves as the basis of what I would like to share, however. My message to each of you is don't be indifferent to others. Each of us has talents and skills that will lift up and benefit women and minorities in our communities. Like many of you, I worked hard to achieve a successful career. As many of you know, others work hard and are unable to achieve the same goal because of societal prejudices. Women are attending law school in greater numbers than men and yet are not achieving partnership at the same percentages. We have a lot of work to do to even the playing field in the legal profession and beyond. The good news is we have endless opportunities to engage and make a difference. When I joined Ken Sherman's firm a lifetime ago, I walked into a firm with a culture that not only encouraged but required giving back to the community. I was comfortable with that culture because I was raised in a household with similar values. In looking around Marion and Polk counties, I can point to endless examples of my colleagues' commitment to advancing women and minorities in our community. From the 50-plus lawyers who read Just Mercy last year with North Salem High School students through the Imprint program, to Judge Tanner's heroic efforts to bring court care for the benefit of people accessing the Marion County Courthouse and all the people that helped her make that happen. To Chief Justices Peterson, DeMunis, and Walters, and Judge Tukey's commitment to a mock trial initiative in the Salem-Keizer School District with the Salem-Keizer Coalition for Equality, to Southwell Griggs, who hosted a networking event for members of Willamette University College of Law's Outlaw Group, to attorneys volunteering to serve breakfast at Union Gospel Mission, and the many attorneys who serve on nonprofit boards, making those boards better. Each of these are examples of attorneys using their talents and skills to make a difference. Each of us has endless opportunities to commit time and energy to lift up others and give them experiences and support that they might not otherwise have. Each of us can make a difference regardless of how much time we have or what skills we possess. Don't be indifferent, because wherever you are or whatever you do, you can do something to support women and minorities in our community for the betterment of all of us. And to those of you who committed time, energy, and care to me, including my mom, my wonderful family, and my great friends, I am grateful. I would not be here today without a lot of compassion, encouragement, and support from others. Thank you.
Gina, thank you so much. And on behalf of the entire OWLS community, congratulations. And I have one announcement to make, which is during Gina's speech, we had another $5,000 donation come in from Richard Wrighton. Richard, thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Clearly, another person truly inspired by our award recipients tonight and the incredible work being done by OWLS and the OWLS Foundation. Now we turn to tonight's other award recipient, Mr. Doug Park. Like Gina, Doug has been a fearless mentor to many. His efforts to help young BIPOC attorneys thrive within and outside the legal community is just one of the many reasons why he is so deserving of OWLS recognition. But don't just take my word for it. Please join me in watching those who know Doug best describe his many accomplishments and efforts to improve our community.
As we know, there is no trailblazer without a trail, and that is Doug. He is an ally, he is a waymaker, he is a voice, and he's a friend.
He has been a trailblazer, he's been a role model, he's been an advocate, especially for that group of, I think, young lawyers and students who come of color or have a sense of otherness in the legal community. And that's really the group that he lifts up.
He was one of the first Asian American GCs of any public institution. He grew up in a time that the Civil Rights Act wasn't routinely or consistently enforced. So he suffered discrimination firsthand and has used that experience to grow and to empower other young attorneys to be better and to make the world better.
I think one of the great things Doug does when asked about what it's like to be an attorney of a non-dominant culture, working with people from the non-dominant culture, is to tell students that the most important thing that they can do is to be a good lawyer, and that being someone from an underrepresented group can be a strength.
Doug is an extraordinarily talented, intelligent, and gifted lawyer. But he doesn't keep all of the valuable opportunities to himself. He wants to give everything away because he wants to see other people succeed.
Then another thing that he did, sort of thinking more systemically, is to create this fellowship program in the U of O General Counsel's office where a grad has the opportunity for a 2-year fellowship over the U of O General Counsel's office.
So I'm the first ever law fellow at the University of Oregon, and so
the reason I have this position is because Doug created this position.
He's really committed to mentoring that next generation of lawyers, particularly with respect to students who come from groups that are underrepresented in the legal profession.
As a law student, you want to see the law in action, and he's definitely somebody who always tries to bring law students in, whether it be a meeting with a client or a deposition.
He treated me like a peer and not an extern. It caused me to rise to his expectations.
One of our favorite events every year is the picnic that Doug hosts at his home for OWPABA. And it's an opportunity in a really fun setting for people to come together, be at ease, and it's really just another example of Doug's generosity as well as the gift of connecting people, bringing people together.
He's generous with his time, he's generous with his knowledge, and he's generous with his network.
And he's always very vocal about how you can't let injustice just slide by. You have to stand up and you have to fight.
He has been on a mission to advance the careers of women and minorities in the law.
One of the initiatives that he has when he first came on to handling the litigation portfolio was at that time we had very few minority outside counsel, and he diversified that portfolio. And so now our outside counsel that represent the University of Oregon in our litigation cases are predominantly people that are women or from diverse minority backgrounds.
There's a lot of words I can think of to describe Doug, but I would say passionate.
Welcoming.
A leader.
Selfless.
Awesome.
Generous.
Renaissance man.
Knowledgeable. There's no question that he doesn't know the answer to.
He's passionate about art, he's passionate about wine and poker, he's passionate about the law.
Congratulations, Doug. We are Duck Law proud.
Thank you so much to the OWLS Selection Committee and Board for selecting me for this award and for the generous introduction. I couldn't be more honored, and I hope to be worthy of both someday. To me, this is the highest award given by Oregon's legal community because it embodies our mission to ensure equal protection and equal access so that everyone has a fair chance to compete on a level playing field. The best way to ensure the long-term success of our mission isn't by doing things alone. Rather, we must ensure the success of those around us and the next generation of lawyers so they can continue to carry the torch. Recent events have shown how urgent our mission remains. To name a few, the Me Too movement has shown the pervasiveness of gender discrimination against even powerful women. Random assaults against Asian Americans surged after the former president started calling COVID-19 the China virus. The U.S. Department of Education rescinded Title IX protections for the LGBTQ students, and most horrifying of all, we saw how skin color dramatically increases your chances of being killed by law enforcement, even if you're unarmed, already restrained, and did nothing wrong. Discrimination tilts the field against persons from the non-dominant culture, not just when the discriminatory act occurs, but thereafter. Lawyers have a unique ability to help stop discrimination and heal its wounds by advocating for equity, diversity, and inclusion. I am grateful for the opportunity to contribute to that mission. I'm also grateful to the many people who took time from their busy days to support my nomination, most of whom have broke barriers and advocated for our mission more than me. First, thank you to the Oregon Asian Pacific American Bar Association and the Oregon Minority Lawyers Association for making the nomination. I've gleaned through the grapevine that many others supported it as well, including but not limited to Judges Julie Yu, Michael McShane, Valerie Lev, Jackie Kamens, and Rick Menchaca. The attorneys at Barron Liebman, in particular Shada Zapor Lee, and the attorneys at Miller Nash, in particular Naomi Lavelle Hazlitt and Yvonne Resendez Gutierrez, my former colleagues Crystal Jones, Cristela Delgado Daniel, Kim Stewart, McJury, and Emily Fenster also played an important role. The record should also reflect that Dean Marcelin Burke and UO Associate Vice President Nicole Commission are now my favorite clients. Special thanks also goes to the best general counsel's office in the world, the University of Oregon's GC's office. I recently learned that Jessalyn Everett was a principal supporter of the nomination and that Jessica Price and Kevin Reed also lobby hard, despite the fact that they all work with me on a daily basis and therefore know all my flaws. Finally, I'm sure Leonie Reeves is a driving force in the process because she specializes in lifting up others. In closing, I'd like to share another highlight of this award, which was my kids' reaction when I told them about it. They were still teenagers at the time, and upon hearing the news, they said, "Oh my God, sorry for calling you a complete idiot. Apparently, you're only mostly an idiot. Stay woke, Dad." That's a high compliment from teenage daughters, and their advice is so timeless, it's worth repeating. As Gen Z would say, stay woke, my friends. Thank you.
Wow, another inspired speech. Thank you and congratulations, Doug. What an exciting virtual event we've had tonight. Did you all have a great time? There's still time to submit your photos or post on Instagram or Facebook using the OWLS hashtag. And if you'd rather OWLS just post them for you, you can always email your photos to robertsdiaz@gmail.com. And you'll see them posted on the OWLS Facebook and Instagram pages later next week. And I promise that if you waited until the end of our program, you would be rewarded with hearing some very big and exciting news about upcoming programming on behalf of Queen's Bench and OWLS. Well, thank you for staying with us, and I hope this announcement will not disappoint. With that, please join me in welcoming tonight the president of OWLS Queen's Bench, the Honorable Beth Allen.
Hi, everybody. I hope you had a great time at the Robert Diaz dinner. I'm Judge Beth Allen, and I'm the president of Queen's Bench this year. I have some good news that I want to share with you. Actually, I have great news that I want to share with you. We are going to have, for the 2022 annual holiday lunch honoring women judges, as our guest speaker will be Justice Sotomayor. That's right. Justice Sotomayor. She is going to be doing an open question and answer session for us. It will be remote, but it will be live, and it is going to be great. It's going to be really, really interesting, and I hope you all can join me for that.
Thank you, Judge Allen, and wow, are you excited? Mark those calendars, everyone, for the OWLS Queen's Bench Holiday Lunch honoring Oregon's women judges, December 13th, 2022, an event not to be missed. Please give a big round of applause at home and blow up the chat for all of this evening's donors, sponsors, and our incredible award recipients. We so appreciate your support. Lastly, thank you to the OWLS Roberts and Diaz Award Dinner Committee, the OWLS Foundation Board, my entire OWLS Board of Directors, and the terrific OWLS staff, Linda, Cassandra, and Lauren. Their names will appear following the live show, so stick around to learn who you have to thank for all of the amazing work, including that cold open. That's me winking. This concludes our virtual live program. We appreciate you tuning in and look forward to seeing you in person next year at our next big event. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay healthy. Thank you and good night.